Hello folks, and welcome back to Whiskey Wars. Tonight we got another budget bourbon bottle of the month for you. Tonight we got Ancient Age 90 proof. Let's get into it. Okay, so here's our budget bottle for the month, Ancient Age 90 proof. And while I talk about it, I'm going to pour it as well. Now, of course, this is Buffalo Trace's Mashbill 2, which is, also the Mashbill that Blanton's comes from. So, you could say that this is Blanton's on a budget, but let's see. Let's see, as we get through it here, we'll see how Blanton's like it actually is. It certainly is on a budget, though. So this bottle cost me $14 here locally for a $7.50, and it's a 90 proof bourbon. And pretty decent, so let's see what we get for $14. Let's go ahead and get into this nose here. Very typical Buffalo Trace nose. A little bit of sour notes, something like a green apple. Quite a bit of sour fruits there, maybe a little lemon. A little bit of a slight sour oak note. There's maybe hints of some caramel, or maybe just kind of some toasted sugars, not quite as deep as a caramel. Fairly light on the nose, really across the nose, pretty light. Although I will say it is a decent nose, maybe a little bit floral. And there is just a hint of spice in there, maybe a little bit of a touch of cinnamon, just a sprinkle. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the sip here. Let's see what we got for 14 bucks. So, wow, nice mouthfeel for a $14 bottle. Really nice sweetness. I'm not going to say there's a ton of complexity going on here, but you get kind of that sour apple note up front. Then mid-palate, you got some caramel, just some nice general sweetness. There's a little bit of cinnamon there, and that it turns into more of like an apple note on the mid-palate. And then it just kind of goes into a little bit more spice on the back end. And I gotta say, we reviewed this on a recent live, comparing it to the Benchmark Top Floor and the Benchmark Small Batch. And this was my favorite of the three. And actually, at least in my area, it's the cheaper of the three. So I think that this is a great buy. Granted, that is a different Mashbill. That's Mashbill 1 compared to Mashbill 2. But nonetheless, if you're a fan of Buffalo Trace and you're on a budget, I think this is a great bottle. Now, is it Blanton's on a budget? No. No, it's not. But, it is, let's see, a quarter the price. So, that's certainly worth something. So if you're really on a budget and you can't find Blanton's, which, who can? And if you can't find Blanton's, then you're probably overpaying, right? So if you can't find Blanton's, but you really want something kind of similar, there you go. It's Blanton's sort of-ish, not really at all on a budget. So yeah, folks, anyway, go ahead and check out Ancient Age 90 proof, a great budget bottle, our budget bottle of the month. Simple but good, effective whiskey. That's what we want. So yeah, folks, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. We appreciate that. Here's other stuff we've already shot. Here are the reviews. There's a subscribe button right there. And until next time, folks, just remember, you can never have too much good whiskey.